All right, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, Elevated Spirit. So yes, I did change the name, got a few updates for you guys, then we're gonna get into this video. So yeah, so man, it's definitely been a minute, and it's also been a minute since I've done an in-car vlogging style type of video, right? But I like to get out. Your girl likes to get out. I need to. Earth signs, we like to be, you know, out in nature. So here we are. So yeah, new channel name, right? Elevated Spirits. It's similar to Elevate Your Energy, but a little bit different. As I continue to grow and evolve and elevate and heal and expand and all these things, so does the brand, so does the business, so does my purpose, and you know what I'm doing and the services that I offer, all those things encompassing, right? And my overall my contribution to the collective, right? So that's number one update. And then second thing is also I have a new website coming. Okay, I'm still working on it because I'm building it myself, so it's, you know, I'm just going through the process, but I will have it linked in the description box, so when it does launch, then you guys will be able to check it out. So have a new website coming, elevatedspirits.com, so that way you can have a place to come for, you know, your spiritual needs through, you know, the services that I particularly offer, which will be readings. I have some handmade products that I'm putting in, like my Mystic Moon Dust that I have not launched or told anybody about yet. But yeah, Mystic Moon Dust, and some homemade deodorant spray that's lemon scented, lemon citronella scented. What else? Where you could book your readings, which with the readings, I'm going to be doing, when I first launch the site, it's going to be half off till the beginning of December. Half off all readings. It will for first time readers, readings. And then I'm going to also include, for those that are interested, a 15-minute coaching call if you'd like, right? So that's the updates with that. And then I'm sorry, I'm trying to watch my map too while I'm driving, you guys. But then what else? So yeah, you can book your readings on the site, all those things. Check out, you know, the other services, the other products and stuff like that I'll be having. Obviously I must be selling sage bundles, Florida water. Probably more than likely I'm gonna have some premium style incense that I really enjoy, that I buy out here in my city. So we'll see how that goes. Fucker. I'm sorry, you guys. I get road rage because people are fucking rude out here in Cali. Whatever. Anyway, so like I was fucking saying, these people got me fucked up today. They really do, because I'm not in the mood. I'm not the fucking one to play. So anyway, what else? Got those updates going, and then so let's get into today's video. So today's video is basically for those of you that are like myself, that went from, you know, going from a 9 to 5, switching over to being your own, you know, your own boss, your own mystic, your own entrepreneur, especially for my witches, my mystics, my practitioners, my high priests, you know, all those in the magical spiritual realm. This video is for you guys, okay? Because I know that a lot of these things right now are trending. A lot of these things are super, you know, there's a lot of scammers, there's a lot of fakes, there's a lot of phonies, there's a lot of people that are simply also still trying to find themselves. They're still trying to really, you know, figure out what it is that they have to offer, what it is that they have to give, things like that. I've been on that journey for quite a while myself, trying to rediscover as I continue to heal. Also, continue to experience life and go through, you know, different things. It also opens up new doors. It closes others and sends me in a different direction. You know, that's the constant, right? It's change. So with that being said, this video is particularly, I'm just giving you guys basically another alternative perspective that I'm hoping that will help you, that has helped me along my journey more recently. Actually literally within like the last 2 days, okay, that prompted me to make this video. Like I was literally in my sleep this morning in the bed, getting downloads about the next like 4 videos to record, right? So yeah, this one is in particular for those of you that, you know, are kind of feeling like, you know, I need to be able to pay my bills. I still need to be able to make a living, but I know that I need to follow my purpose as well, right? So what it boils down to, what this video boils down to is, and I'm gonna tell you the story of my personal experience and how this even came, to be a thing. Like I said, within the last couple days. So more recently, right, I've been doing, like, to supplement my income, I've been doing, aside of personal readings and things like that, I've been doing things like Uber Eats, things like Shipped, for those, that heard of the, some of their delivery service. They kind of like pick up groceries for people, Best Buy orders, things like that, similar to Uber Eats, but for mostly groceries and like Best Buy products like that. So anyway, I have been doing that, right? And last couple days, I haven't been getting any orders. Like when I check the app, I haven't gotten any notifications, no orders, nothing. And I'm kind of like, like, what's going on, Spirit? Like, I need to, what I'm saying? I need to do something here. And I know that I've also been more so resting in my feminine energy, meaning like I've been really diving deeper into, not only activating my goddess energy, activating more of my femininity, my receptive energy that allows us to receive what we've been asking for, that allows things to come to us, allows us to go with the flow, allows us to flow with life, flow with the universe, flow with our situations, no matter how challenging they may be, no matter what's going on, things like that. So I've been doing my best, to go more with the flow, right? And so backtracking a little bit, I've gotten a download that basically I'm employed by the divine, right? So for those of you that, if you know, you know. So basically for me, what that means is that I'm putting all of my trust in the universe, that by me just doing the things that I'm guided to do, even if it doesn't always look like it'll be lucrative, or if it doesn't always look like I'll, be able to kind of like, make a way to take care of myself, take care of my son, pay bills, whatever that is, basically sustain and, live life and still thrive. I have put the ultimate, like, more trust than I think I've put into like anything ever before into this journey, right? Into my path at this time in this way, by fully and completely trusting the universe in knowing that I will be provided for, I will be taken care of by honoring that download, that I am now employed by the divine, means that I will be, my needs will always be provided for. They will always be taken care of, even, through the challenges. Doesn't mean that I won't have challenges. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to have bad days, because that should definitely still exist. But it does mean that I can more so rest and trust in the knowing that, by my choice, obviously I have to choose to do it, but, to still show up in the ways that I'm guided to, I can still trust that the universe will find ways through, my guides, or, the people in 3D, whatever. They will all work in tandem together on my behalf to ensure that my needs are always met, my bills are always paid, I'll always be provided for, no matter what. So the message here is for those of you who, like I said, like myself, who's been kind of like on this journey, the 9 to 5 isn't fucking working, all that shit's falling apart. Like, we need to start being real with ourselves and being honest with ourselves, but it's kind of difficult to see a way, because a lot of us are still breaking through old paradigms, old conditioning, reprogramming, all these things, and it's making it really uncomfortable, right? So what basically happened was, through this, like I said, me doing better with practicing, being more in my femininity and my, goddess energy of being more open and receptive to the possibilities, being more open and receptive to, the changes that are happening, the things that are, falling away, allowing new things to be, to come in their place, things like that. I was kind of like in this limbo space for 2 days, where I was kind of like, universe, this isn't really what I've been doing, isn't really it's not nearly to the extent that I would like to see, for one, but for two, it's like, I'm barely getting by, right? And so what ended up happening was, I wasn't tripping though. I wasn't worried. I wasn't, scared. I was just kind of like, I had to remind myself that you're employed by the divine. So that means, you're going to be taken care of. You're good. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to worry about it. When you worry, that's when you kind of like put that resistance there, that then puts blockages and kind of delays the universe from helping you. However, that's going to, pan out. So I was, doing my best to chill or whatever. The next thing you know, and then I'm going to tell you how I found out, right? So next thing you know, I get an email, right? And it was about my website, and it was saying like my trial was over, and welcome to GoDaddy, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, what? Like, what? And then, so now I'm thinking, like, hold on, like, I know that the card that I had connected, I knew that I would have the money after, like, it just kind of came quicker than I thought. And then so next thing I know, I checked the email, and I opened the email, and I was like, okay, seeing how much it costs and all that, and I was like, what card did they pull this from? You know, I was kind of confused because I was like, what card did they take this off of, right? I was like, I know I didn't use my credit card for that, even though I probably should have, like the one that I kind of reserved for business. But I was just like, what card did that come from, right? So I go into my, like I said, I looked at the email, and it was in my PayPal, okay? PayPal, I have a few cards connected, and the way PayPal apparently lately has been working is, or just does, is they they just fucking pick a card. Like, I don't know if it's based off of the card that you have as your default. Like, I didn't really look too deep into it because I was just so grateful of how this all played out to do further research into that part. But it was just the fact that it pulled it off a card that I have not been using, right? And it's a debit card. So I know that that card, if there's not enough money there, it will automatically decline it. So, and I didn't use that card on purpose because I knew I hadn't been using that card. I know there was no, you know, funds going to that card. So it just didn't make sense to me. And I was just like, what the fuck? So, so anyway, I checked the emails, found out what card it went to, checked it, and I was like, and when I went into that card's account, I saw that there had been like a deposit, some refund, right? That I had no idea. And even the abbreviation, I still to this day haven't figured out yet what that was from. I was just like, but it was enough to pay my phone bill. It was enough to help me with my car payment and my car insurance. You know, what was due, you know, basically right now. So 2 days, I didn't do anything. Like, I was resting, I was tired, like my energy was low, because I guess of all the running around I've been doing the last few days. So my energy was already low, and I was just really in my, you know, my goddess energy. Like, I need to rest. Like, I have to, like, I can't, like, I want to record, I want to do readings, I want to do this, and I need to do this, or feel like I need to, right? And I allowed myself to be present. I allowed myself to be in my femininity, my goddess receptive, you know, flowing energy. And I got randomly deposited, you know, I'll just say, I'm not going to say the amount, but just say well over $500 to, you know, that basically helped me. So it's like I got more in 2 days of doing nothing than I had gotten through like the last 5 days doing something, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, wow, like that shit is so crazy. Like, it went to an account that I haven't even been using. It's from something that I can't even explain still, because looking at the, like I said, the abbreviations on what it's called, I'm like, I don't even know what that is. It's not tax season, so I know it's not taxes. So I'm just, anyway, the point is, you know, I say all that to say this, that when you declare and decide, for those of you who have also gotten that same message that you are employed by the divine, you will be okay, everything will be taken care of for you. It doesn't mean that you just, you know, that you just get to live life and do fucking nothing. That's not what I'm saying here. It's not to say that you don't need to still show up, put in your action, take, you know, do the things, but it is to say that when I do need a rest, I will be taken care of during that time of rest. So meaning when I'm sick, I will be taken care of during those times when I'm not feeling well, right? So again, like I said, I just say all that to say this, is it to remind you in those times of, while you're still trying to figure out your purpose or figure out what the hell I'm supposed to be doing, what direction my business is going, how I'm going to make ends meet, whatever those things are, if you're one of those like myself who have gotten that message from the divine straight channel to you, that you're employed by the divine, you have to trust and know that when you're guided to sit the fuck down and do nothing, do that. And also in that same sense, also know that the universe is taking care of you. Okay. So it was like, for me, it was like I had to rest and know that I'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, as much as I like our masculinity and this whole you know, the conditioning of, you know, the world right now conditions us to think that, you know, we have to constantly worry, we have to constantly be on go in order for things to, you know, come together. That's not the case. It's not true. We've been totally duped, which I've known this, but you know, I'm just saying, we've been duped about that, but it is what it is. So anyway, God, these people are just being some ding dongs. Anyway, so during those times where you're not really sure where you're gonna get, you know, how you're gonna pay your bill, or how you're gonna do this or that, or get food, whatever it is that you're kind of stressed out about or struggling with, do your fucking best to just trust that things will work out. Okay. And this could, you know, we could always say like, oh, that sounds like, you know, just you trusting in God. This ain't got nothing to do with religion. I'm way past that, way beyond that shit. So this is not what I'm talking about, but this is trusting in I guess similar in that same sense of trusting in the higher power. But I'm specifically speaking to those of you, like I said, that are like myself, that, you know, it's like you telling someone, well, like when they ask you, well, where do you work? Oh, I work for the divine. They don't know. They're not going to know what the fuck you're talking about. They're going to look at you like you're crazy. They're going to look like, the fuck does that mean? You know, like, you ain't making no money then. You know what I'm saying? And that's not always the case, but it does mean that my needs will always be provided for, especially in times where I'm stressed out about it, or when I'm unsure, when I'm uncertain, when I can't see the way ahead, when it doesn't look clear to me, right? My trust and faith is so fucking strong that shit comes together that I couldn't have even asked for, and that's what's happened. So that's why I had to tell this story, and that was one of the, you know, channel messages literally while I'm laying in bed half sleep that came to me this morning to record, because somebody else needs to know, like the way that shit just happened for me. It was just like, I couldn't have made that shit up. I couldn't have planned it. I couldn't have predicted it. You know what I'm saying? I may have could have predicted, because I do that, but I'm just saying, like, when it's your own situation, sometimes we're a little too close to it to really see, like, oh, that's how it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have been able to predict that shit. So, but just the way that the divine took care of things during that period of allowing me to rest was just so fucking remarkable. And while we, you know, for some, you know, we're kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, that's happened to me before, whatever, that's where we fuck up, right? Because you take those times, those moments, those opportunities for granted. I'm not doing that no more, because I've been at my lowest. I've been where, you know, I was put on my ass in order to show me where I was not being as grateful as I could be. You know what I'm saying? Where I was, you know, not being as resourceful as I could be, where I wasn't using my time, effort, energy, skills, resources, whatever, as wisely as I could be, right? And I've been doing a lot better with that. I've been working on a lot of shit within myself. So for me, this was so just like, oh my God, like, I'm just so grateful. I got to a point where after I kind of like, you know, kind of like settled in, it made me cry, because I was just so grateful that to be shown that something I've been doing, that my effort is actually working. You know what I'm saying? That it's working. And if it's happened once, it can happen again. But it's just to show me that when I really trust and believe that me being employed by the divine means that even when I'm uncertain, even when times are kind of, you know, iffy, kind of rough, you know, as long as I choose to go with the ebb and flow of it, that I'll be okay. So like I said, this is just to encourage those of you who have been kind of struggling with that, or kind of like, I don't know how things are going to happen. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what's ahead. There's so much uncertainty. This is the opportunity as well for you to choose. That's the one power we have, is the power of choice, to choose. Am I going to worry? Am I going to stress? Or am I going to trust that there's a higher power that always makes sure I'm good? If I've made it up until this point, I'll be fine. I've done it up until this point. You know what I'm saying? If it's our time to go, when it's our time to go, it's going to happen anyway. So it's like, why worry about, you know, what we really don't have control over? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you've been doing your best at showing up and taking care of business, taking action, planning, whatever it is that you're guided to do, and that's all you could fucking do, then it's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing my best. You just have to know and trust that the divine will keep showing up for you. So, like I said, I hope that, you know, my little story has encouraged, you know, someone that needs to hear it, that, you know, has been in that similar position of just kind of like, shit's uncertain right now. There's a lot of things are kind of like, you know, like real like, and it ain't over, you know. But if you can get in that flow of continuing to just know, like, yo, I'm always taking care of, things are always working out for me. I always find a way. Solutions always are showing up for me. Like, I'm loved, I'm appreciated, I'm, you know, the divine loves me. Like, it's all good. You know, this is part of the journey of the ebb and flow. Like, this is a duality, positive and negative, light and dark. Like, it's gonna happen. But when you choose to try your best to flow with that, that's when the opportunities show up for you. That's when, you know, the solutions kind of come seemingly out of nowhere, but it really wasn't out of nowhere, because I trusted that it would happen. I didn't, you know, I wasn't pressed about how, I wasn't pressed about when, I wasn't pressed about, you know, any of that, on how much or what, you know, how it would come across. Like, I wasn't pressed about any of that. I just decided, like, I don't know what you're doing, universe. I don't know, you know, but I know that you got me. And sure enough, the divine showed up in a beautiful way. So I'm just, you know, I hope that it encourages someone to, you know, trust and believe that, you know, when you feel like things aren't going your way, they're not going in your favor, whatever, stay on track. Do your best to stay on track. You're gonna have moments where you're gonna fall off, or where you may spiral into this, you know, depression or anxiety and worry and all that, because I've done that too, right? But after this video, I'm gonna post another one about an affirmation hack for those that struggle with affirmations, or when your mind isn't yet at that stage of actually believing the stuff that the new things you're telling it. I figured out, for me at least, a hack that has kind of got me past that. So I'll be sharing that soon as well. But yeah, so if you guys like this video, I appreciate if you give it a thumbs up, share it with someone that maybe can use it. It's just a beautiful way to energetically exchange energy. So, you know, I love y'all so much, and sub to the channel if you haven't. And until next time, you guys, howdy.